Indeed, Priscilla, it's a good morning from Entebbe here. Of course, we're supposed to be at the Buganda cultural site. That is the Entebbe Zamugula in Chigungu. When we secured clearance yesterday, but only to be told in the evening that we needed further clearance from SFC. So we have decided to bring the conversation on the street, but we really wanted to understand what the cultural side what the cultural side entails for the people in Entebbe, but we have successfully failed and we are here on the street. I am now standing at the Imperial Mall just next to Imperial Golf View Hotel. Here behind me there is a State House, down there Ministry of Agriculture and the rest. But of course we are speaking matters in Entebbe and what it really offers, especially for culture and the rest of what comes with that. We know a weekend is just here for you and me, and the only destination is Entebbe, if I can say that. Let me just speak to one of the senior tour guides in Entebbe who has been taking the tourists to the cultural site in the Chigungu to just give us a perspective of really what he tells the tourists who come to the area and what is there for someone to really come and see. John Mwanga, thank you so much for joining me on Morning at NTV.
Thank you, Ivan.
Okay, what exactly is in Chigungu at the cultural side that you think someone should come through and look at, you as a tour guide?
Yes, before I start, I want to thank NTV for giving us the opportunity of celebrating this World Heritage Day. And Ivan, I want to tell you that when you come to Chigungu, as we move tourists around Entebbe, it is one of the most fascinating sites we have in Entebbe. And I want to tell you, it is an heritage site, a national heritage site, because the word Entebbe started from this place in Chigungu.
Yes, I think it belongs to the Mamba Kakoboza clan, something like that. Yes.
There was a chief called Bukuru Bwawada, and Bukuru Bwawada was one of the members from the Mamba clan, and he came from Busese Islands, and when he landed on the mainland here, he was given chief team. He was the chief around all this area. So being the chief around all this area, he was a judge, one of the best judges around.
Okay. Now I am mixing culture. I am Maasai today. Does the information only apply to the Buganda people or even some other cultures?
Heritage is national, is a multinational thing. So it applies to everybody around. It's not only for the Baganda, but even for all cultures around the world. So when you come to Entebbe, this is a fascinating site. How? There are two stones in the water, and these are the stones that the Chief Bukuru Bwawada used to sit on and carry on jurisdictional matters and meetings, village meetings. So when you come to Entebbe, this was his palace. It's so interesting that it's a palace in a cave. You know, palaces are mainly built like you see other palaces, but this time around, this chief had his palace in a cave. So it is so fascinating. You come and see.
Given the fact that I know you take the tourists, and what is the relevance of this for Entebbe, especially, if you can tell us maybe?
The fact that we're on heritage, you cannot talk about Entebbe and don't talk about Entebbe Zamugula. Meaning that for everybody who comes to Entebbe and you get the opportunity of coming to Entebbe, we have to take you there because it is the greatest story we have for Entebbe. Entebbe has the culture site that is
I know you also run a bus called Tugende Entebbe. Yes, I've seen it severally, bringing people from Kampala. Now today is a Friday, people are organizing their coins and notes to come to Entebbe. What is so special about that program?
Yes, the program involves two programs. We have a night tour. It is a party on the bus, like we had one on the Independence. We had a night Independence party on the bus, and then the following day we had a family tour around Entebbe. So it entails moving guests around Entebbe. We move guests around Entebbe, and they get the opportunity of touring and sightseeing. It is a sightseeing bus, by the way, called Tugende Entebbe. So they have an opportunity of visiting and seeing most of the sites around Entebbe. You remember Entebbe is #1 city. We have the first parliament, we have the first hospital, the first schools, the first court, the first airport. So it's a city of the first.
Okay. Yes. And also to talk about other heritage sites, if you're talking about this today, what other historical things that really you think Entebbe needs to preserve them away, maybe from the colonial time?
Yes. We have got tombs in Lunyo, tombs for the Kabaka Buganda Kato, and these tombs are well protected by the Buganda Kingdom and the leaders in Entebbe. We've got the Port Alice. Port Alice is one of the You know, Entebbe was first named Port Alice before it was named Entebbe. And you remember the word Entebbe is not a Luganda word. It was first named Entebbe. But the Muzungu could not write the word Entebbe, so he wrote Entebbe. So in the documents, the documents included Entebbe. So Entebbe has many sites. We have the botanical gardens. We have the zoo.
Okay, but some of these things, if you maybe get closer onto the road, some of these things sometimes are being taken away. Some developers are taking them away. You, as the people who are directly in control and charge of this. What are you doing to see that they are protected? Maybe?
Yes, we are mobilizing communities around these sites. We have cultural leaders around Entebbe who are being given authority, and even political leaders who are being given authority over these sites. So literally these sites are being manned by the communities, and a percentage of what comes from them goes back to the community. So we are using community as our tool, and we are so privileged as Entebbe that we have all these sites that you cannot come to and visit Uganda without coming to see Entebbe. Entebbe is an heritage in itself. So we intend to continue bringing people to Entebbe using the sightseeing buses, using programs like you've given us this opportunity on NTV to market and promote Entebbe as a tourist
Is it true that
destination.
Ginger is taking over Entebbe? Most of the big functions are being taken away from Entebbe to Ginger. Do you realize that, or you have an idea?
Yes, I realize Ginger is kind of coming closer to Entebbe, but Entebbe is still number one.
It's taken over, not coming close.
No, Entebbe is still number one. We are the best tourist destination in the country.
You held in the Genyege, it was taken to Ginger.
Yes.
You held, I'm told, the reggae festival, Reggae on the Nile. All the things were here in the gardens. Now the rally as well. What are you doing to see that you awaken Entebbe?
We built many hotels. We're building many hotels in Entebbe. We are trying to bring back those festivals that were previously taken away from Entebbe. So as the tourism fraternity in Entebbe, we are working so hard to make sure we get Entebbe back to number one. Apparently we are not number one because of the many factors, but we are working hard to bring back the Nyegenyeges, to bring back those big festivals, national festivals, and we're so privileged today that we have NTV with us on this National Heritage Day. I'm telling you, Entebbe is going to get back. We've got the sightseeing bus, the only city with a sightseeing bus in Uganda, and that's a Tugende Entebbe bus. We've all seen the buses. So tourism is getting to the top in Entebbe. Yes.
And also, okay, you bring people. Where do you take them out from the cultural sites when you bring them in a bus? I'm told it sets off from Hotel Africana to Entebbe. So where do you take them?
Yes, Entebbe, we've got an itinerary, and when we come to Entebbe, Entebbe is both political, it's economical, it's culture, it's a cultural city. So when we get off from we board off from Victoria Mall, we come and show them the Muzinga, we show them the State House, we show them St. John's Church, Lake Victoria Hotel, Lake Victoria Primary School. We go and
the
tell
one
them
where they are rearing goats from. Is that?
Yeah,
I saw that in the paper.
goats, but that's to the other side of the story. But we get the opportunity to tell them about the old airport and the rescue mission that was done by the Israelites on the old airport.
Yes.
Then we take them to Kigungu. We have Father Mapel and Brother Laubel, who the first Catholics who came to Uganda. Then we take them to Entebbe Zamugula. We take them to Kitoro and show them one of the biggest markets in the country. We take them to Port Alice, Nakiwogo landing site, the gateway to Lake Victoria and all other parts of Uganda and Uganda.
Yes.
And then we take them to the emergency hospital. We go to Kato Buganda's palace in Lunyo, and then we visit them around Entebbe town. We show them the hospitals, the police, the first primary schools, and the beach lines. You know, it's quite a number of things that they see in Entebbe.
Okay. And also, lastly, maybe as we wind up the conversation, how are you placed as a fraternity into tourism to see that you harness some of the dollars that come into the country? Apparently, we realize someone comes into the country, they go to Makshoni Falls, they go to Queen Elizabeth, and all that money is packed and taken there. So how are you placing yourself to see that you take advantage of this?
We want to thank Entebbe municipality for the good policies that they have done with our city, that all the monies that come to Entebbe, that come through the tourism industry, Entebbe municipality has got a percentage that remains in the city. And this percentage has been really helped us to build our roads, to build schools, to develop Entebbe. So the Entebbe municipality, headed by our mayor, is really, Fabrice Olinda, has really done a very good job to make sure the resources that are gained from tourists that come to Entebbe are developed.
Okay. I am now giving you 15 seconds to invite people to come to Entebbe this weekend, and you'll be the tour guide yourself to take them around.
Just come to Entebbe. We have a sightseeing bus. We're going to have a tour. We're going to have a party on the bus. We're going to have a look at all the heritage sites and political sites in Entebbe. You're going to have a sightseeing on almost the biggest landing sites in Entebbe.
Okay. For time reasons, I'm told you will leave the conversation here, but John, thank you for really making time to speak to us.
You're welcome.
Well, of course, that has been the conversation on the street with John, who is one of the tour guides in the area, speaking about the heritage in Entebbe, and that remains to be very important. This beautiful morning, I chose to look like this. This is so beautiful to me, the Maasai wear. Someone gave them to me. I don't know how I look. Maybe Priscilla will go. But for time reasons, we want to leave the conversation here, and Morning at NTV for this week will wrap it up from now, and we'll resume Monday, same time. Good morning to you.